Good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to a brand new edition of Who Are You? We're launching this one with a very, very special guest. Most Millwall fans will know who he is, and most non-Millwall fans will know who he is. You've seen everything in the papers. You've seen all the media attack and everything else. We're going a different route. We're going to look at Roy Larner and who he is and how the hell did he become a Millwall supporter. So I'm going to play the intro and then I'm going to come in with Roy and then we'll find out about Roy. We'll be back straight after this.
Oh, giddy up and get away. Oh, we're going Millwall and we're going today. Here we go. We're rocking all over the dance.
Hi, welcome back. Right, special edition. Who are you? Or a very special Who Are You? You've got the book out, and if no one's read the book yet or hasn't read the book yet, it's available on all popular Amazon. All popular book selling sites. You can probably get it on your Kindle. You can buy it in hardback. There will be a picture of the book and a link on screen, but there'll also be one in the description underneath, where you can go in and click and order if you've not already watched it. But you done the book, or you didn't write the book, but you had a ghostwriter write the book. And now Hollywood's calling.
Yeah, it's all come quite quickly. It's Dougie Brimstone who done Green Street. He approached me, and I invited him to the Watford game, the opening game, and it's gone from there. And looks like we're just waiting to finalise a few things. He's writing a script at the moment, and looks like filming's going to be starting next year sometime.
Excellent. I mean, we're coming to more detail with it later on.
No
just obviously you remember, and Dougie, I'm more than happy to play myself when Roy went on the pitch with a group. I am more than happy to play myself, and I will do it for free as long as I can eat from the food truck. I will do it for free. So, I honestly don't mind. But get in touch. Roy's got my number, not a problem. So, Roy, we're going to do the 20 questions. And as I said to you, we don't need to go into anything else. Everybody knows who you are. And this is all about you. This is about the Millwall family. This is about what we are, what you are, what Millwall means to people. And we've run through 20 questions. So those of you who've never watched this before, and there's probably going to be a few of you because Roy Larner's name's probably going to be in the title. So some of you are watching because it's like a bright light to moths. So welcome. Stick around for the whole show while you're here. You can give it a like, give it a thumb, or do whatever you want, really. But hey ho. Roy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Just for those who don't necessarily know you, as in, like, where did you grow up near the Den, and your early part of the year? So
I was born on the Ledbury Estate, which is a stone's throw away from the old Den on the Old Kent Road, just by the gasworks there. Spent most of my youth up to about 18, 20 there. My mum has been there 50 years on the same estate. She's just recently moved. Yes, I mean, the Old Kent Road was where I was brought up, Peckham.
And it was lively back then.
I was, yeah.
Not like it is now, where there's tower blocks everywhere and there's more coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was good up. I mean, it was a council estate, but we had made the most of it. And as you say, the Old Kent Road was busy and Millwall was only a stone's throw away.
And there was proper people back then. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The community within the Old Kent Road. There was multiculturalism. There was when London was, a thriving community-based before the tight jean-wearing crew moved in and overpriced everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was still Peckham. Peckham still had its I mean, a lot of areas did at the time, but it's where you brought up. We made the most of it, and it was good times.
That's it. Trouble is, the older me and you get, the harder it is to remember the youth. It's always certain things that suddenly Trick of the Youth. It's either an old kids' TV theme, or it's something from your youth that you suddenly see and you think, "Fuck, I remember that." So yeah. So everyone knows you for "Fuck 'em on Millwall" or "Fuck
Yeah.
you on Millwall." But how? Obviously, we know you were living there, but how did you become a Millwall supporter?
As I said, I lived on the estate, which was down the road on the Ocket Road by the gasworks. I suppose from about 8 years old, we ventured out a little bit further than the estate. I suppose driving different places, and especially them days with the old BMXs. I think, or just before that, I think it might be the Grifters. I think we had.
Oh, the Grifters! What
Oh,
a
Grifters,
bike!
yeah. I did have the Tomahawks. I had the old Grifter, I think. And we used to go up towards. It was where the old Greyhound track was, the big green there, and we used to drive the bikes out there. And I mean, them days when you're young, we could be able to do them things, and especially on the Saturdays as well. Then you got the football on, where I was always into football. I love with football and everything else. Probably from a young age, probably different teams. Just looking into probably the Liverpools in the early, like probably 70.
Liverpool were big then, weren't they? That was the thing. Liverpool was massive.
I mean, getting into football and things like that. But then we used to drive up to the, it was the old Greyhound stand. And then everyone calls it now, and we used to call it Jews Hill at the time. We used to see all the people there with the football on.
Yeah.
And that's where we used to park the bike. We used to drive over the bikes, and you could watch probably 3/4 of the game from that hill.
Yeah.
And that's what got me liking into like a football match, I suppose.
Yeah, and the thing is with Millwall is that everyone who ends up following Millwall gets into Millwall. They always describe it as the Millwall bug.
Yeah.
So I mean, I suppose 8 years old, 9 years old, with your pals watching live football, and then you just suddenly think, was it a case of I don't want to sit on the hill no more? I want to be in there.
Yeah. Well, I think it was probably about a year or so after that. I mean, we started back, I think about 10 or something, maybe 19, about 80. Then we started going up there, and I think they used to open the gates, I think about 15, 20 minutes before the end. So we started then going in, and sometimes, I think it was about 10 years old, then we slip under the gates of them old Ilden Road end. They were that bad, under the bridge and that. And, and I think it was about 1980, I think I started going, I went my first game then.
Yeah.
I think...
So... God,
I think it was about I think it was Charlton game. I think just the new season, about 1980, 81. If I can remember rightly back then, I'm trying to think. But that's when I started going properly. Then I got the buzz of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like just driving up there on the hill and that. It was going in the ground.
And when you could leave your bikes just parked on the grass verge and go do whatever you wanted to do and come back, and they were still there.
Yeah. That was but we used to leave the bikes indoor. We used to go football, a couple of us then, where probably knew some of the old people was going football at the time.
Yeah.
So we started going, and just started enjoying it from there, from about 10 years old.
That's it. So you said you think possibly your first game was...
I think it was a
Charlton game.
Yeah,
so
about the 80s season.
So your first game going football proper was potentially Charlton. So any standout memory?
I cannot remember. I think we won, and that's what got me the buzz of the crowd and the roar, and I think that was just something that's just carried on ever since. I mean, I don't think the crowds were as half as, maybe even like, you're talking about 3,000 at Millwall then. In the 80s, really early in the 80s.
Yeah. They weren't massive.
4,000, the average gate I think we had. But to me, it seemed a lot.
Yeah.
Because never going football before. And it was just a buzz, just walking down the road and...
No, that's it. So at the old Den, was it CBL halfway? the halfway line, the seats, or
It was
Riverton Road?
when it went halfway. It was like where the other floodlight was between Hilton Road and the halfway, whatever you call that bit. It was by the corner flag, really, between Hilton Road and. We was always along that bit.
What comes down to me, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because we used to sit on sometimes you used to sit on the floodlight bit there.
Yeah.
The big block sometimes, and yeah.
The big concrete blocks and
Yeah, I mean, we was young, we went to climb anything.
But that's it, but also, so you can see the game.
Yeah. But when we started painting skiing up, I mean, that's where we used to always stand and yeah. And you can move from one end to the other them days. So
yeah, none of that now, unfortunately. So we're coming to obviously 93. Millwall moved to the new den. What's your thoughts of the new den, and where'd you sit now?
I mean, 93. I mean, I was about 23 then. I mean, a group of us, we all went to sit together. So we went behind the goal, block 30.
Yeah, CBL.
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of us at the beginning, but I think then over the years, obviously it's behind the goal. People moved around at different places. I'm now actually I sit at block 1. It just takes too long going all the way round, and for me, I'm that end, and it's much better view than that. Obviously,
that's where Nick Hart sits in block 1.
Yeah.
It's all right. Block 1's I mean, I've sat there plenty of times with Nick, and block 1's good.
Yeah.
Apart from when we have a full game, and then all of a sudden it becomes a lot fuller. Because everyone seems to want to get in block 1. Yeah. But no, I get you.
There's a group of us there, so I mean, we're all together there anyway. So
that's what football's about, isn't it? It's going with your friends, your family. And also meeting those strangers who you don't really know, but you know because you see them at home and away games.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to know, at Millwall, you get to know so many characters over the 100%. Years. You meet so many good friends, all different like backgrounds and everything else, but just for the love of Millwall.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
We're all must be retarded or somewhere along the line.
We're being punished, mate. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh, the suffering we've had over the years, but
let's go on.
But it's been enjoyable watching it from my early age. I mean, other people could go back even before that. So, people can tell you stories from well beyond. And there's some people that obviously only know the new den now.
No, that's it. No, there is. I mean, the guys who I do the podcast, some of them have never been to the old den. Some of them have only know it from the last 20 years. And some of them only know really the glory days compared to, the late 90s.
From behind one end to the other, you could do them in the old days.
And some have only ever seen us beat Charlton.
Yeah, and we were one of the first clubs to go to an all-seater, weren't we, I think?
Yeah. After Hillsborough, we were the first.
If it didn't happen then, it would have happened somewhere along the line.
No, 100%. Let's get on to talking about Millwall now then. So, your favourite all-time player?
All-time player? Oh, there's so many players over the years in different seasons, yeah? I mean, you got your Teddies, you got your Kales in different places, even Mark Kenneth, one that stuck out for me was Anton Lowski, the old winger. Maybe at that time I was into football a lot, playing it as well. And he was just a tricky player. And I just love watching him all the time.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
I mean, there's so many players that have gone on and done really well. I mean, your good ones. I mean, you got your Erler, which is good. But then Alex Ray, different times. Brian, even down to I was with Brian all the other week in the see him, and even him I liked as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But Anton Alowski was one that I used to like watching. Just like a tricky player. I thought he was a bit like Fleming, but it was a different time in them days.
Yeah, it's when wingers were proper wingers rather than what they are
Yeah.
now. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get that. So the follow on from there, obviously, we've done your favourite player, which will probably trigger a lot of people to go, Christ, yeah, I forgot about him. But who's your favourite all time manager?
I mean, there's probably a couple. I mean, going back in the early stage now. I mean, other people will say like, "Oh, Dennis Wayne's got us to the FA Cup." Things like. I mean, George Graham come in and saved us from when I was like first really loving football.
Yeah.
And then on to Doherty, which obviously got us to what was the old First Division, which and that was just an experience on its own. It's probably like going to the Premiership now, but in them days it was like that.
Yeah. No, that's it, isn't it?
So M2 managers stood out for me quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I get that. So your managers are George Graham and Doc.
Yeah, I mean, George went on to Arsenal and proved himself there.
Yeah, and then George Graham left a fantastic team for Arsene Wenger to come in and make himself look really good. But it was George Graham's back four what basically helped.
Yeah, it probably might be some of his backroom staff as well that Doherty was like thinking that. So, yeah, I'll go for them too.
All right, so we've done the good ones. Let's go into what's your worst Millwall player you've ever seen?
There's quite a few there as well.
There normally is. So, yeah.
One that sticks out is the one we spent a lot of money on was Paul Allen, I think.
Yep.
It's Paul Allen. Yeah, Paul Allen. Yeah, Paul Allen. Not Clive Allen was the good one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Paul Allen was. We bought him from West Ham, didn't we? I think.
So Paul Allen, obviously, I think he started at West Ham, didn't he? And then I think he
but it was like it was one of the ones where we paid a lot. I think a lot of money, expected so much, and it was just a waste of time. Like, I can't remember how many games he played for us.
He played 15 games for us.
Oh, is that what he played?
Yeah. Yeah, he played 15. No, he's played 28 games for us, sorry.
Did he score? He scored, did he?
No, he didn't score at all. And then from us, he went to Purfleet.
Oh, right.
Or it says that he went to Purfleet, but he didn't play. But I mean, he was in the England team. He was in England youth. He was in under 20s, under 10, under 21s. So
I think he's one of the players who stuck out for me where we come from and like just. Yeah, I think he just he's got loads of stick all the time and just.
Yeah. He had some pedigree though, because he played for West Ham and he played for Tottenham and he played for Southampton. Yeah, and then his career just suddenly started falling. So
I remember rightly, I think we paid quite a bit of money for that time, but he done nothing anyway. So I'll make him the worst. I mean, there has been some down there. Even I reckon I could have played better than some of them. But
yeah, I bet there were a few. Yeah, there's definitely a few over the time span. You know, even if you looked at the last 10 years, we've had a few. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So who's the worst player? You've done the Millwall player, but who's the worst player you've ever seen play at Millwall? Obviously, from an opposition.
Oh, from an opposition. That is a tricky one.
These questions get harder as they go on. They're a little bit more trickier as they go on, but they're not there to figure because everybody has a different answer. So they're not there really to trick you up. They're just, there's been a lot of players over the years.
Yeah.
Good and bad, but bad we're looking for on this question.
I can't think of any that stick out personally. Have you got any yourself?
I think controversial would be James McLean, isn't it? He's the one. Probably Ben Chigwell as well. When we played Leicester in the FA Cup and he absolutely melted when he was taking a throw and didn't want to go. But there's been some right bastards as well. So
there's been some that have come, and come back, things like that.
Gazza eating a Mars bar. So there's a few of them.
Going back to
not that I hate him, but he was a funny player there. But
going back to good players. I mean, that Chris Wood. I mean, I don't think he scored against us coming back or not.
That's a good point. I don't know if he has or not.
Now he's just flying, isn't he, in the Premier League?
No, he's good. He is good.
Was that a loan to us, or we actually bought him, didn't we?
No, he was on loan. He was on loan. He didn't want to come to us. He used us.
Yeah.
But then again, those who listen to the show will know I've harped on about that. So yeah. So most memorable. You've obviously done there, but what's the most memorable match involving Millwall that just sticks in your memory?
I mean, there's a few games that sticks in my memory. I mean, from an early age. I mean, going for Walling. I think Millwall, as I said, Millwall won that cup, I think, up Lincoln, about, I can't remember what year it was, about 83, 82. But also, obviously, the old game for me sticks out away.
Yeah.
A lot. But one really good game, it was at the Old Den, was the, I think we played Norwich, I think they beat us 3-2. I think it was on a Sunday, I think we, and I don't know if that Robert Fleck might have scored. That's another player who was hated down Millwall. Robert Fleck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that game stuck out. I think I can't remember if we were winning or something, but it was just back and forth, like, and I think it was one of the first games we was on telly. I think it was on telly. I ended up I taped it, and then on the old I can't remember the old Betamaxes or whatever, or the VHS, or the I can't go back too far, maybe. The VHS, I actually watched the game after, which it's one of them games that does stick out in the memory. Millwall v Norwich. This one was live on telly, league game.
Oh, so 89 possibly. We lost 3-2. Yeah, the only games we've lost 3-2 was one in the Simod Cup, which was in 88, or in 89 we played them in the League One, and they won 3-2.
It was 2-0 up or something with me, I think.
Jimmy Carter, Tony Cascarino scored for us, and yes, Robert Fleck scored.
Yeah, that's why it sticks out quite a lot in my memory. Yeah. I mean, that's another player, Jimmy Carter, that played on the wing. I love the old wingers that can run at people and things like that. But as I said, that Anton was an early one. I used to watch quite a lot, especially being young and just wanted to play like him, I suppose. But it was quite good.
So slightly different, rather than a game. What's your favourite ever Millwall moment? Doesn't have to necessarily be a game. It can be.
Is it 99? I mean, that was a nice one. Going Wembley, I think, when we went. Yeah, the old, and then got knocked out. Did he get knocked down the year after?
The stadium closed October the following year in 2000.
That was just like a day, a brilliant day out. But I mean, obviously, things stick out as well is maybe yourself, what you did.
Down here, pitch side, and I'll just explain to you what's going to happen. Yeah. Now, you'll all be very aware of some very unseemly events in London during June of this year. 4 Lions fans, Roy Larner, Darren Kenny, Gerald Vowles and Grant Merrill were all victims of the London Bridge and Borough Market atrocities, in which 8 people were killed and 48 were injured. for them and the local community's support in the aftermath, and in a gesture of goodwill today, Chairman John Berrison and our fan of the board, Nicola Robinson, with the 6 serving department, will present the full the Special Commission League One Player. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for your support of these 4 chaps. And of course, just take a moment to remember those who suffered in a couple of other incidents during the course of the summer, from Manchester holding out the Brentford Tower fine. But ladies and gentlemen, Roy Larner, Darren Kenny, Gerald Bowles and Grant Merrill.
Going on a pitch.
Do you know what? That's one of my. That is it.
Yeah,
that is one of my favourite moments. So those.
That was something. That was something after. I mean, like, thank you for organising that.
No,
and
no. Listen.
And talking to late John Boson as well.
That is probably one of that was probably one of the greatest moments I did in my time. Millwall was fan of.
Yeah, I mean, I had that good chat with him before that, and I think he was about 20 minutes on the phone. I can't remember whose phone it was, but he will get off the phone. He was telling me about all his time in the army in America, and it was interesting.
It was the only time, Roy, the only ever time I have ever been in the director's lounge.
Yeah, right.
And that was with you. That was with obviously the other 3.
Yeah.
They know who they are. I'm not going to publicise their names for them because they are what they are. They are who they are, and they know who they are, and we know who they are. But I'm not going to give names out just to.
No, but it's nice. I mean,
but it was great. You brought your guests. You brought Jane, who again we'll talk about in a bit because Jane's obviously leading the fundraiser, which we'll talk about again in a bit.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was great, and I mean. Listen, Steve Kavanagh gets moaned at by, for a lot of things he did, what we didn't all agree with. And, me, everyone else, I agree with that. He wasn't. But he went to Steve, I think it's Steve Harvey. Is it Steve Harvey? No, it wasn't Steve Harvey. Whether his name is Harvey, who was at the EFL, who's now at Wrexham, but he was at the EFL. And it was the year we got promoted. And he basically got you for a championship winning medal, for a promotion medal, and box and signed shirt and everything else, all in the box. Nice presentation thing. And he went out and done that. And it's a nice little keepsake. It was a nice little visit onto the pit. And I have to say, I know I do. I go to the, I'm on the pitch. I'm on the pitch on Sunday every year with the remembrance stuff. But mate, how loud were they that day?
Yes, I was just going to say that you hear the applause and you hear the cheers like after I was singing from a different on the pitch, and you can understand how them players should react. It was quite different. It was quite nice.
It's emotional, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, it was different for me because as well, where maybe at the time everything was too early for me when just after a certain thing. But even then, I can still remember it, and thank you once again for.
I think what we wanted to do it for, and why I wanted to do it, was I just wanted to give you guys, because at the time it had not happened that long before, so it was only a few months really.
It's only my name that really come up all over. I mean, there was the three other people, the three other.
Yeah, well, Grant. I think Grant was the first one. Grant was attacked first on the bridge, and then obviously the other two were the heroes as such. They were, doing stuff.
Everyone done their bit in a way to try.
No, everyone did. And what we wanted to do, what I wanted to do was, especially for you and Grant, was give you something to work towards. So it was Millwall come and saw you, or tried to come and see you in hospital with the trophy and everything else, and obviously because of what happened, you were quite not with it. You were all over the place and whatnot in the hospital and stuff. And then what we wanted to do is just say, look, here's a date. This is the date. This is what we're going to do. We're going to treat you. You're going to meet everybody. You're going to come on the pitch, and the fans are going to tell you what they feel of you. That how much they back you, and it was just our little way of going. Do you know what, gents? You're not on your fucking own. You're part of us. You're a little family.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice day. It was a good day out.
No, it was good. I'm glad that it's one of your memories. It was one of mine. So yeah.
I mean, the same as the one with the last season with the Royal Humane Society medal. I had my name on the board. I think it was the House of Fun people that they organised that when we got a picture of that.
Do you know what? The House of Fun gets a lot of shit, right? But and a lot of people, it's that forum, it's that not. Well, do you know what? The House of Fun basically formed the Millwall Air Force when they done
long time, innit?
Yeah, when they done the banner over Wigan, when West Ham got out, Avram Grant, Millwall legend. They also arranged for the bench at Millwall. People on Hoff done the bench at Millwall. The Lee Rigby sign at Millwall was again, Hoff. Yeah. Hoff raises untold amount of money for various charities and various supportive people throughout the season. Then also they did the Basingstoke 8, where again, as a lot of what people forget, 1976, they were on their way to a game, 78 I think it was, they were on their way to a game in Southampton. Unfortunately, 7 or 8 Millwall fans died.
Yeah, they done everything last season.
And they just, listen, they get a lot of shit, and okay, maybe it's deserved on some of it, but you know what? There's some fun.
Done me a big favour last season as well. Helped me with the so I'd like to say thank you.
The book and everything else. Yeah, they promoted your book.
I'd like to say thank you to them as well.
Yeah,
everyone.
They never see anyone on their arse, mate. They will help. But if you play up, they'll be the first ones to call you out. So they are good people, and that's enough for promoting them. So yeah. So your favourite Millwall moments here. What's your funniest ever Millwall moment?
On the pitch, off.
Wherever you want. Away day, home day, train awards, whatever you want. Anything you want on the way, do you know what I mean? An away day, obviously, without incriminating yourself.
I mean, should go into a couple of questions here. I mean, it's been every away game. I mean, there's always a different story.
In there, just.
Yeah. I mean, they're not as probably like the old days where you can just go out a weekend and just turn up at a football game and just turn up at the station and jump on a train, and them days are gone now. But I think one that stuck out for me was Bristol on a Friday night. I think they kept us in for a while, but it absolutely poured down. It was like a monsoon. And they walked us all the way round a long way, some reason.
Like they do.
To get us to the station. I mean, we just come out of a washing machine. We was that soaked. And people were stripping off on the train hang their clothes up, to rinse their clothes out, like grown men in pants. I mean, yeah, it's always that will always stick out of me.
Yeah,
You just can't wear your clothes. It was that soap. You'd be ill. And it was funny seeing some of the people you wouldn't imagine would do it.
No.
They had to.
No, I get that. I get. So, question 13. We're nearly halfway through, and then we'll break and talk about your film in a sec. And give that a promote and put the link up in that. So, what's your best story about following?
That could be one of them. The story you had there.
Yeah.
Was brilliant. I mean, the story up to a whole in itself, the whole day was just unbelievable. People dancing on the motorways on the way back, and it was just one in mad turnouts. But as I said, every away game, even if you lose, especially in the old times, as people used to the amount of things that people used to do just to have laugh. I mean, I've had even people in the boat travelling out the motorway just because they couldn't fit in the car. We had to keep stopping every service station to swap over. I mean, it's just a joy of going for Millwall. It's just the people you're with.
I've heard some funny stories. I've heard one where I think they played a story of I think we played Man United in the first division, and the Man United fan got a bit gobby just near Old Trafford as the Millwall fans were going home, and they bundled him in the minibus and then dropped him at Blackheath. And it was before mobile phones and everything else. They fed him, they come down the motorway, they fed him, they gave him some beer and all that, but basically took him all the way to London and then dumped him at Blackheath and went, don't get gobby again.
I think they're Sheffield on the night game, and I think it was a replay. I think we drew it, might be like silly, like 3 or 4 or something. I just had a new convertible. It's got convertible. Someone decided to put the roof down. I think it was a freezing cold night. As I'm coming down, the roof broke, so we had to drive all the way back, with half the roof holding. We had to put the roof down. It's some mad times we had. We could sit here all night just talking about every season, games and.
Oh, it's the train journeys. You'll always find someone on a train journey who's the funniest fucker alive, and he will just make the train journey. You'll always find someone who's asleep. You'll always find, strangers who end up joining you who don't
go football,
but will drink with you and everything else.
It's all changed over the years. I mean, I haven't been much away games over the last few years since the thing happened, the attack and that. That's something I'd like to get back into. Having a few away games each season, but then it's all down to can you get tickets? Can you the travelling as well? Now it's
expensive now.
For me, I've had a good times travelling with Millwall.
It's good. So I mean, we're halfway through the questions. Well, near enough. We're 13. We've got 7 left. So before we move into them, so. Obviously, you said that Dougie is going to be helping with the film and getting it going. There's a GoFundMe page at the moment, what Jane set up, and obviously you're looking to raise about £10,000 to get scripts written and get the first part of the film going.
As I say, I'm all new to this. It's the way that we're going down this avenue, because if you've got an idea to pitch it out to the people that want to put the money in it, it's best to have a script done, because you can pitch something to them, an idea, and you can be sitting on the fence for 2 or 3 years, and by then it could just disappear. Dougie he's an ex-RAF man, he's been there for years. He wants to write his book. He knows it's controversial, some of it. It's all this woke thing he said that's in the game as well. And he just wants to get the script done, get hold of the I forgot the name of it's called now. It's the 10,000 just to get the old ball rolling, get the script written, and then we're going. Interesting it so far is we've been on Sky News, GB News, reading the Sun, the Mail,
and now you're on that Millwall podcast, so that's we'll help you out. So I'm going to post a link below us now, but obviously, if you want to click on that link, it'll be in the show description. And listen, don't think you need to put money in, because obviously times are hard. We're coming up to Christmas, everything else.
Of
But look,
course.
if you can't put in, if you can put £1 in, you put a fiver in, a tenner in, whatever it is, put in. If you can't put in, just copy the link and share on your social media, because there'll be people on your platform what will want to contribute, and it's just about sharing it out and just clicking on it and going. And look, I think
And
people want to see the story.
Millwall's let us do something on the commentary game. I think it's on the 7th of December.
Yeah.
I think. They're going to let you have a bucket collection, I think, just to try and get the thing up and running. Also, they're going to let me sell some books by the Blue Bus.
There we go, you see.
Yeah, so like Millwall being, and that was Mark. Is it Mark Fairbrother?
Yeah, just to say one thing, I don't have a book, and I don't have a signed edition.
Yeah. Well, you get two if you want Christmas.
Oh, well, there we go. You see, if I get two, mate, if I get two and one,
because it's not a charity thing. There's just a bunch of whether to do it or not, but they've allowed us to do it because we will get the filming done straight away. We'll get it done while everything's on the news and all that at the moment. It's something that's, as you know, through my experience with myself, and a lot more since over the years, the way I've been treated by the government and other things.
Yeah.
I know.
I
make the local MP.
Yeah.
I mean, things will come out. The truth. Nothing will be hidden.
No,
I'm no angel. I'm no angel with things, but
no, you're not, Roy. But then no one is, and this is the problem: is that unfortunately, you went through a really. I don't really need to be on a soapbox, but I will. Fuck it. Do you know what I mean? To a degree, you went through a traumatic event, and you were pretty much fucking forgotten with, because unfortunately you didn't fit the image. You didn't fit the image of that, the victim, or you were basically a normal person caught up in a terrifying bad event, and then when you wanted help, no fucker was there. I saw you for it, right? From after it to now, hence at the beginning when I said, you're doing well, you're brilliant. I saw the rough end, and I saw the people what were trying to jump on the back of what you did. To and I'm not going to name the companies, but you and I know who they are.
No, all the people.
And to be fair, they know who they are because I told them to fuck off.
Yeah.
Because I said you're taking the fucking piss.
You yourself as our MPs to help us, and what they've done. We've seen the things ourselves, what they've written back.
I mean, look, you were treated thing, and I think the film needs to be made to show it. Again, it's probably in the book as well, but there's ways you've done, from the criminal injury board to the fact that they overlooked you for the medals, and then Millwall fans.
Every sort of driving license,
mate.
It's all silly things when they went for me medical medals. Yeah. And when you go to the doctors, you make up some excuse to try and get you help for cancer and all that. So you're saying something different, and they're picking up on it. And but I mean, Millwall been helpful. They've said, as you know, through Mark, who's there before, helped me with some things.
Yeah, Millwall's good. Millwall, look, right? It's all too easy that we sit there and have a pop at Millwall, but Millwall helped you out massively.
Well, they helped a lot of people.
Yeah, over the last 7 years, Millwall was supporting you in the background whenever they needed. They looked after you. They gave you a ticket to get you to games, etc., etc. So made sure that you had that connection with the club and everything else. So look, on a lot of things, I will slag Millwall off, but from them listening to me at the beginning to get you guys to the ground, and then what they did after that, and then when I left and they still carried on, is great. But listen,
over the years, Biggie, even things I don't know. You've been asked, you've been mentioned 3 times in the inquest. Over the years, people have come up to me, even from abroad, and contacted me and said it weren't for me that night, would have been dead or something. People I never knew. And so, yeah, I'm proud of myself. Say, look, I've survived something I shouldn't, and maybe help some other people. So
that's it. And you got to meet Piers Morgan.
Oh, well, that's another thing. I mean, you either like him or you don't.
He's like Millwall, isn't he? He's like Marmite, mate. Either you like us or you don't. But
I get that in football a lot. If people want a photo of you, what are you doing with that person? What are you doing with this person? You can't please everyone.
No, do you know what? What we do is we say this. Listen, right? Roy has served his time. Okay, he's had his selfies. He's had the let me have a picture. Let me do this. Leave him the fuck alone now. Let him go watch football and wait till the film comes out, and then you can have your selfies again. But just give the bloke a fucking break because, listen, right? He isn't famous because he won the fucking lottery. He isn't famous because he's a fucking film star or, is a footballer. He's famous because he suffered and just fucking let him rebuild his life. So please, right? I'm not being rude. Just fuck off with the selfies, all right? Yeah. And then most people want to take a selfie of you, then post it on fucking social media so that they get loads of likes. And it's like, just fuck off with it. Let him just get on with his life and let him rebuild his life and let him deal with it. I think
this one's going to come 5 or 10 times worse than the actual, like with all the with all the interest again. It will be 5 or 10 times worse. But I'm prepared. I'm prepared for this time.
That's all right. But again,
don't
fucking get the selfie. Otherwise, he's going to charge you for him. All right, he's going to be like some of the celebrities. It's £20 a fucking selfie.
Another Millwall game. I remember at Southend away once. We got a boat up there, and we were all wearing pirate hats. We got a boat and we went to Southend. I think it was a cup game. Was it? I don't know if Collingwood used to play for there. It
was a cup. There was a cup game. Yeah. It was, but yeah.
We were pissed before we got there, I think, and like pirate hats everywhere, and I think we were cheered when they scored. I didn't know who scored.
So back into the questions. Who's your favourite current player?
I mean, actually, he's playing well. I mean, how long we'll keep on for him?
No, that's it.
I mean, like Fleming, he was gone. But sure, I mean, that was good. But I mean, Cooper's always been there at the back. I mean, there's a couple of young kids coming through there, which is good.
Yep, it's always good. I like the new method now of invested in youth and then playing the asset and then selling them hopefully, and we get lots.
I mean, what more runs about all day long?
Yeah, he's a fucking he's a leading goal scorer at the minute. So
I mean, it'd be nice to see. I like to put them two up front. The
Serb and Lang stuff. Yeah.
The one who scored. I can't. What's his name again?
What, the Serb?
The Serb and
Milo and Macaulay Langstaff.
Yeah, Macaulay. Yeah. I like to see them two up front. Just see what. Yeah. I mean, just how they come out.
No, that's it. So, best away day. Is it Bristol when you got soaked?
Nah, I mean that's just a funny one. That was can't remember the score. I mean, when Millwall did go up to the old first division, every first season, every away game was just a different atmospheres, different everything. Yeah. I don't think I didn't miss going in the first 2 seasons. I mean, we spent weekends up in some of them places. One that sticks best away game. I mean, we had some dangerous situations as well, away games.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I mean, all them games were good. I mean, even if we lost, but that's it. I mean, it's just the atmosphere and the old day. I mean, supporting Millwall all my life and that, and I mean, I did get. I mean, I'm not angel. I think I was on a tagging thing. I missed the bloody semi-final in Sunderland. up in Manchester. I missed the cup final, and I missed the Europe one. So like you support Millwall all them lives, all your life, and then like you miss 3 good. One that stands out.
Because I mean, the first division.
I like going Arsenal. I mean, and a couple of games over in Chelsea, like they were good ones.
95 when we turned Arsenal and Chelsea over, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 95, but going back to 85 as well.
Yeah,
85 when we played Chelsea was good. And that's it. And obviously, the Luton one was a mad one all day long. But
did you keep your seat?
I was in the somewhere in the way in, but couldn't even move.
Yeah, I know. So we've done your best away day. Who's your most disliked opponent ever?
Against Millwall.
Just the team that's played Millwall, and then after.
The team that's played Millwall.
Yeah, so the worst opponent ever. Who's your worst opponent? And then
I just don't. For some reason, I just don't like playing Ipswich.
Why? Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's just a couple of times I think I've been up there. It's one of them places that I just couldn't get on, and like a couple of times gone all the way up there, and it's just.
It is a fucking. Yeah,
one or too many on the train, like wouldn't let you in, and things like that. And I just got to hate Ipswich.
Okay, so following on from that one, so who are your top 3? Who do you class as the top 3 Millwall rivalries?
And
this always pretty.
I mean, you always got the West. I mean, the West Ham one always sticks in. Yeah. I mean, to me, the 2 local ones, such as Charlton and Palace. Just don't like them. That's just been since not just the football, but going out because you just don't like them. It's a bit of a rivalry there. A third one, for years I just as well hated Arsenal.
Well, a lot of people, depending on your age in Millwall, hate Arsenal because obviously Arsenal used to be.
I had a week's trial with Arsenal at London Coney when I was younger.
Oh, did you? And they turned you down and you're bitter ever since.
I knew I was working anywhere, so I had bad asthma anyway. And I just didn't like them since then.
Right.
So, not a bad team there.
No. So Arsenal turned you down and you've been bitter ever since and you're like, fuck them. So,
I was only young, but at least they invited me there for a week.
No, that's it. So question 18 is a bit of a weird one to a degree. You can pretty much have it however you want. Millwall related, or if you wanted to change it, you can change it to whatever you want. But basically the question is, if you could change anything, what would you change?
Probably just Labour government coming in at the moment. The others ain't. Do you know what? That political things, or maybe I don't know.
Keep it to football.
Go back to the old days. We can go have enjoyable, go out and
when football was football.
That is a good one. And there's a lot of things I can go on and on, as you know, through lots of things, or get rid of all seaters.
Yeah. Oh, you like the terrace standing? Yeah.
Yeah, some people might disagree with that.
I think it's bright.
The younger lot might think,
it's a different atmosphere when you're standing at a ground. It's a much different atmosphere to sit in.
Then you think, fucking, wait, lining up for all them toilets and one toilet.
That's what I would change. More toilets at football grounds would be much better. I'll tell you what it would be for me. It would be more toilets and be able to get a pint quickly.
Yeah. Pint quickly. A decent pint as well, probably.
Yeah, listen, we can't.
I did have a word with Shepherd's and the other week when I met him the other week.
Oh yeah.
So maybe try some of that beer they sent me.
Yeah. Fingers crossed on that one. As long as it ain't as bad as that other fucking shit lager.
The Amster one.
Oh mate, the porn company. That was funny.
I went out and met him a couple of years ago. Yeah, I went Cyprus on holiday and I thought I'd go and say hello to him. I'll give him a signed shirt and that. And he still texts me now and says, how's things and that. So
I told him to fuck off.
He hasn't offered me a job yet.
He sent, yeah. He sent. What did he send? He sent a case of. I think it was.
He sent 6 bottles of beer.
Yeah, big bottles of beer, what tasted like fucking shit.
Yeah, and 200 condoms.
Yeah, and a load of condoms, and then he wanted you to be holding the beer and the condoms and have a picture, and I just phoned him up and went, "Really? That's what he's worth to you, is it? Fucking 6 beers and fucking a bundle of condoms. Go fuck yourself." Yeah, that was quite funny. That was funny. That was, but yeah. And I think there was a woolly hat as well. So yeah, but hey ho, it is what it is. All-time favourite shirt.
Well, there's been some funny ones with some funny writing on it. The one that sticks out is obviously the Poppy one. We done one off. Called. How long ago was that now? That was
2014, wasn't it? That was got to be 10 years. Yeah, it's got to be 10 years ago.
Was you involved in it?
No, I wasn't even there. That was down, as much as I can't stand the fella, that was down to Alan Williams and a couple of others within the club. But yeah, I can't think when that was. I think that was 2014, I think.
That's one that stood out.
Yeah, I think that was probably around then, I think. Yeah, that was a good shirt.
My first memory was something was shot was LDDC, I think.
London Docklands Corporation, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And the funniest one was the Norwegian one was quite funny.
Norwegian weather, yeah.
Weather in Norwegian. But that one with the Poppy one, especially with Poppy Day coming up. Mill done.
Yeah, 2015, 2014.
Yeah, it's 10 years ago.
Yeah, 8th of November 2014. So this year is 10 years. Fucking hell.
Yeah. I wish I'd got one of them.
Me and you both, mate. But there is a certain person who is.
Was there only somebody made, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was 1,500. I think there was 1,500 made. But there is a very good friend of mine who's, and I turn 50 next year, who is made a promise that I will get one for my 50th birthday. So, you know who you are. He knows who he is. So, yeah, I'm not going to embarrass him yet. Hopefully I'll have one soon hanging up and framed. So, fingers crossed. So then, the final question is your best piece of Millwall memorabilia you own.
It's obviously got to be the medal that like John Belson put up, like the playoff medal.
Yeah, which John Belson.
You still got the box, I think.
I don't know if I've still got the box. I don't know. I don't know if I've got it. I don't know if I've got it. I've got the shirt, but I don't know if I've still got a box. I think I might have. I might have the lid.
That meant a lot. I've got some signed tops players and that.
I've not got that.
But that meant a lot. The medal done and that. I used to have loads of memorabilia from years ago. I've just lost like a lot of things over the years.
Did you have any grass? Did you have any grass from the old den?
I used to have the old. I even had the old scratch card. Was it not scratch? It wasn't even a scratch card, was it? I don't think the old den. No, I didn't get no memorabilia from the old den. But I remember the old. They used to come out with the old scratch. It wasn't a scratch card, was it? It's like
the lottery ticket things. Yeah, Larry. Who was it? Lotto Larry, or whatever his name was. Yeah.
People were nicking everything from the old den, weren't they? Bits of grass and.
Yeah, there's plenty of that about. There's lots of people. You find people who go, "Oh yeah, I've got this," and you're like, "Really?" Yeah. And I've got the grass, and I've still got this grown here, or I've got this, or I've got.
I had loads of things over the years with Millwall, but I lost them over the years and that. But that stuck out, the medal thing.
The medal was nice, and the fact that, especially now, because JB put the medal round your neck, didn't he?
Yeah. And I said that call was I can't remember which phone it was, with yours or Steve's.
I think it was Steve's.
Yeah, he was trying to rush me to get off the phone and because I know he can talk.
Yeah.
And I met his son when he opened the.
I think he's doing a good job. I think James Belson's doing a good job at the minute. So
yeah, they're changing things around. We're never going to be in the top earners, like the money wise, but we never have been.
No, but never say never. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but do we want that? Do we want that? We just want a steady team and keep some of the players and.
Yeah, we just want to be able to have. We just want to be Millwall, have fun, get on with it, and do that. So yeah, listen, win, lose, just as long as we have fun and we've got Millwall and we're playing good football. I don't care.
Yeah.
So
by the end of,
go on.
By the end of November, I mean, look,
We'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah. Hopefully, or be nice, wouldn't it?
Do you know what? It'll be your premonition because you said now about November. So this is going. This will be going out.
After beating Sunderland.
Yeah, this will be going out in the international.
Yeah, so after beating Sunderland, which are flying at the moment. Yeah, we could do.
No, that's it. That's it. So, Roy, we've done the 20 questions. It weren't as bad as you thought. I think you've done well.
No, there's probably a lot more we could talk about.
Yeah, there could be. We can always go into another part of it or whatnot. Obviously, when the film comes, we get you on again to do some bits, or if you need any more help raising some money for the next stage and stuff like that. But you said you're going to the ground at the beginning of December, so you're going to sell some books there.
I think like Jane Jacobs and Jackie Knight. They're helping me at the moment as well.
Both good lads. Both good lads.
Yeah, I want them both involved in different things. I said to them, we'll probably all fall out by the end of it but I just want you there because you've been there.
I don't think you will fall out with Jane. I think Jane's seen you.
No, I was joking. I want about and with Jackie because I just want your ideas and I want you to double check things over for me.
I feel sorry for Doug because I've dealt with Jane,
yes,
and I've dealt with Jackie because Jackie obviously was the lady with the school kids from Africa and raising loads of bits and pieces in the old shirts and sent them over to them. So I've dealt with her there, and I've dealt with Jane on two separate occasions.
That's what I'm saying.
They are both, shall we say, with being polite, they are both Millwall ladies who take no shit, speak how it is, and you Dougie, you are up against it, mate, because you will be doing things.
And as you know, Leo Gregory's playing me.
Yeah, I listen. There is a friend.
He's a supporter. So obviously we've got to learn him how to speak Millwall.
Yeah, I mean, he's from. What is it? He was in Green Street Green. I think that maybe someone not necessarily who played a football hooligan would have been a good choice. But hey, that's fine.
As you said that, Jane. I think them two have known each other. Them two know each other now. I think she's put him in his place already.
Hopefully, but again, as I said to Jackie, there's a Millwall fan who I'm not going to name now, but he's made, produced, directed 4 films, and they've done well. And I'm more than happy to put you all in contact with each other because he knows Millwall through and through. He's very good mates with Paul Weller, so you never know. You might even be able to, if you speak nicely to him, you never know. You could get a soundtrack by Paul Weller.
I think we got Arthur Kitchener doing my soundtrack. I want him to do it. After doing that song for me, that'd be quite nice. But it'd be interesting. All interesting things. I just want to get just after Christmas, make sure the deal's done and dusted, and it'll make up for some other things. And I'll be on set with some of the things as well, which will be quite good. I'm looking forward to it.
We'll help you out. We'll help you out. I mean, get us a site.
We've got to do that bit on the pitch, haven't we?
We'll help you do some. We'll help you do some behind the scenes and stuff, mate. We'll help you promote it and everything else. You know that, Roy. Yeah. Whatever you need, the podcast will be there to support you in every way we can, mate. More than anything. Listen, that was Who Are You? That was Roy Larner. Below now, you'll see his book if you want to buy it. And remember, the beginning of December, he will be at the Den, and it will be. I'm sure you'll be able to get stick something into his film fund. I'm sure you'll be able to get a book signed coming into Christmas as well. For that Millwall fan in your life who doesn't have it yet, would be an ideal addition. And also, you can see the link now for the Just Giving page. Again, as I said, look, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. But just help share it around. Roy, are you going to, normally end these shows with letting the guests have a word of wisdom. Have you got any final words you want to say?
No, just thank you to everyone who has donated, and thank you to everyone who's been supportive over the years after the terror attack. I'm going to say thank you to all the people that I've been out on benders with after every away game. Or
we will be here in 3 weeks' time. No, listen.
Thank you to everyone who's been there and with the support over the years, and appreciate it.
And just remember, if you are watching this and you're a Millwall fan, just let Roy come and watch football. Stop doing the selfies and everything else. And listen, if you don't do the electronic way of giving, if you see Roy about, you can always sling him a tenner in his pocket for the fund. So you will get to see the other people. I think Jane and that at some point, no doubt. But look, you're going to get to see Roy's story. It's a way that we can help make him and help make the story and hopefully get it there and learn not what the media want you to know about Roy, but actually about Roy. As we know as Millwall fans.
Just the media.
No, we know as Millwall fans, don't we?
The powers to be, I suppose.
Yeah. It's about an individual's fight. And basically, a normal bloke who was caught up in a mad situation. And unfortunately, the people who are supposed to support him pretty much fucked him. And if you don't know the story, then read the book. And if you haven't read the book or don't like reading books, then wait for the film because, you'll see the real story. So this is Who Are You? Everything what you need is in the description. You'll have the Amazon link to the book and the GoFundMe page. Massive shout out to Jackie and to Jane. Jane's been there since day one. Them two, especially Jane, needs a fucking medal and a large glass of vin. So a large glass of wine for Jane. And
And thank you, Mickey, for everything you've done.
You don't need to thank me, mate. It was all about making you get back on that road, mate. So
we're getting there. We're getting there.
You look fucking superb for it, mate. So that's it from us. We'll be back again very, very shortly. And enjoy your day, enjoy your evening, and hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks very much.